us live to Singapore, where India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar is speaking at the 8th Roundtable of ASEAN-India network of think tanks.
New domains and technologies that hold such visible potential. Both India and ASEAN are today more focused on realizing the value of green hydrogen and green ammonia. We are preparing for an era of electric mobility, green shipping, and green steel. Our businesses will have to adjust accordingly. The digital world also opens up new possibilities as we all seek to collaborate to establish more payment platforms, data centers, and semiconductor facilities. The international economy is also contemplating changes that go beyond just technology. The unevenness of the spread of talent and the availability of skills is today actually a very significant concern. It will be felt even more as we enter deeper into the knowledge economy and the requirements of AI. The solutions lie in devising greater mobility, both for human resources and for enterprises themselves. These understandably have socio-political consequences, but will be key to remaining competitive. The increase of global capability centers, which are almost nearing 2,000 now in India, will be a continuing trend. Such mobility can be optimized only if we invest in the training and preparation of skills. This will be increasingly important for our partnership. Connectivity is another domain that merits attention. The post-1945 economic growth centers have naturally created new logistical demands. They are also correcting the distortions and the disruptions of the colonial era. Recent conflicts and extreme climate events have only underlined the case for new connectivity initiatives. Where India is concerned, the trilateral highway to the east, the India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, IMEC, and the International North-South Transport Corridor, INSTC, are major commitments. Understanding their implications is key to exploiting the opportunities they could present. Digital and energy connectivity have also been the subject of recent conversations, especially between India and Singapore. At the end of the day, collaborative connectivity will always be used better and regarded more positively than unilateral ventures. India and ASEAN are major demographies whose emerging demands can not only support each other, but become larger productive forces in the international economy. After all, together, we account for more than a quarter of the world's population. Again, as Minister Vivian pointed out, our GDP is similar, and you are among our $100 billion plus trade accounts. Our consumer demands and lifestyle choices are themselves major economic drivers. They will also shape the scale of services and connectivity as we promote trade, tourism, mobility, and education. The magnitude of our endeavors has a resonance that is far beyond the immediate domain. Our collaboration can also be crucial in addressing contemporary challenges. In an era of extreme climate events, ensuring food security is a major concern. Similarly, with the experience of global pandemics, preparing for health security is no less vital. There are lessons even from the recent past on both accounts. There are and there will be political challenges in our shared regions that we will also have to address together. A prime example today is the situation in Myanmar. The interests, and I dare say, perspective of those who are proximate will always be different. We do not have the luxury of distance or indeed of time. This is increasingly the case for HADR situations as well, as also of maritime safety and security. A stronger culture of self-help will only arise by putting our heads and our hands together. The bonding between India and ASEAN is rooted in a deep cultural and civilizational connect. Nurturing that has a value in itself. In recent times, India has contributed to heritage restoration and conservation of art forms. Taking that forward is certainly helpful to promoting deeper people-to-people understanding. So, ladies and gentlemen, the India-ASEAN partnership, now in its 4th decade, holds immense possibilities. We have been an enthusiastic participant in all ASEAN-led forums. Additionally, our bilateral and trilateral engagements have contributed to our closeness. The Mekong-Ganga Cooperation, MGC, and the Indonesia-Malaysia-Thailand Growth Triangle, IMT-GT, are making their impact felt as well. As the Indo-Pacific evolves, India has been expressive in its support for ASEAN's centrality and cohesion. We see it as an indispensable pathway as well as a meeting ground. We have been equally clear about respect for international law, rules, and norms. Both in approach and substance, our convergences have only grown over these last 4 decades. As we look ahead, this is a foundation from which we can aspire to higher ambitions. Thank you for your attention.
There you heard India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar addressing in Singapore, where he spoke on how India and Singapore can collaborate closely on tackling contemporary challenges in the Indo-Pacific region, namely climate change, maritime safety and security, and humanitarian assistance and disaster resilience.